All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue year 3 with our Vancouver Canucks. We just had the trade deadline, and you know what? We pretty much decided that this year it's not going to work out. If we ended up winning every single game left in the regular season, maybe we'd make the playoffs, but that is asking a lot. You know, our team just has not done good this season, but we made a few great trades, getting younger players to really grow old with some of the good prospects that we already have. Seth Jones, who's a 4.5-star green franchise defenseman. I mean, you can't go wrong there. Can't believe the Boston Bruins wanted to get rid of him. And, you know, let me just show you guys these guys. And Sam Reinhart. Now, I think Sam Reinhart hasn't been signed just yet, so I think he's down in the minors, and I can't bring him up. I don't even think I can look at him. Yeah, no, I can look at him, but see how he's down in the juniors, so he can't even play on the AHL or NHL team. So he's down there, but that's fine. Hopefully next year he's mid-70s, at least in the 70s. All right, same thing with Mantha and Pulock and Jonathan Drouin. You're starting to see all these prospects that we have. But the thing about, what's his name, Seth Jones, is he's already on our NHL team. Now, I don't think I want to leave him on the NHL team. He's only 61 overall. What has he played this year? Hang on one second. You can see his stats. I mean, he still may take, 2 or 3 years to get ready, but by the time this guy's 26, 27 years old, he's one of the best, if not the best defenseman in the league, right? So take your time with him. You're going to get something at the end of that. So I don't mind waiting there. And yeah, okay, so the Boston Bruins already had him playing in the AHL, 54 games. I mean, we could bring him up to the NHL, but I don't think that'll help him anymore. So we'll put him down in the AHL, maybe our AHL team. How good is our AHL team doing again? Hang on one second. Let me just see. 32, 17, and 5. Yeah, so they're going to the playoffs. So I think that would be some valuable experience there for Seth Jones, all right? So let's send him down there, and we'll pretty much hide all of our 4.5-star players for next year, okay? Because in the offseason, older guys like the Sedin twins, Edler we're going to hold on to. Hamuse, I want to maybe trade. Kessler, I don't know just yet. But Bieksa as well, we can maybe trade away those guys, right? Couldn't trade them away at the trade deadline, but during the offseason for sure. So hang on one second here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm going to have to bring somebody up. Do I have a older defenseman down here in the minors that I don't mind bringing up? Almqvist is the best guy. Who's this guy? Okay, I can definitely bring this guy up. So I'll bring up this Almqvist character, and Seth Jones, you can go down, all right? Very nice. Now, when it comes to the team, I know I was reading some of your guys' comments, and you were saying that I should put like the Sedin twins on the 4th line and put Didio, Mike, and Cassian on the 1st line, just so we can basically shit the bed for the rest of the season to try and get the best pick we can because Connor McDavid's available. I don't necessarily want to do that because the Sedin twins, if we're going to trade them, I want to make sure they don't drop. And they haven't had the greatest season so far. So maybe in these last couple of games, even if we win, they can maybe stat pad a little bit so they don't drop to like an 88, 87 overall. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to do that. If we win some games and we end up getting like 9th or 10th place, yeah, that's going to suck. But what are you going to do, okay? And I'm actually just going to go best lines because Seth Jones has been sent down to the AHL. Eddie Lack is in the net, yep. And for Chicago, I'm going to have to, I'm going to just do, I'll do best lines because Manth is actually on the 3rd line now. So, yeah, best lines. Jones is in there now. Schrader, Hadar. Mantha was up on the 1st line with Jensen, right? Yeah, it was Mantha, Schrader, and Jensen. Cambietz was my grinder. Gauntz I wanted up there as well. Yep. Okay, so that's good. And then Jones with Pulock, Murphy. Who's this Matheson guy? I don't think this guy, he's not part of the prospect pool. We'll give Seth Jones 1st line time alongside of Ryan Pulock, okay? These guys are a perfect 1-2 punch together in the future, so I want to keep them together. Pulock with Seth Jones. Let me just quickly do this, guys. Jensen and Mantha right there, okay. Pulock and Jones, Schrader and Mantha. I want to get some Mantha some playing time. Penalty kill, Jones. Yeah, that's fine. I'll put Pulock out there as well instead of this Murphy guy. Hang on a second. Pulock and give these 2 guys the 1st line time. All right, even if we start to lose some games now, I think we've played enough games with our AHL team and they've won enough that I think that they will make the playoffs. So we should be good. Pulock. All right. And then that can all stay the same. And Clint Windsor's in the net. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go forward like that. So I'm not going to make any other changes to the NHL team. If we win a lot of games, we win a lot of games. I mean, how crazy would it be if we actually made the playoffs now? I don't think it's going to happen. Again, we already have, I think, 37 losses? Yeah, 32 and 5, so 37 losses. So we can only get, just over 42 wins. So, yeah, we really have to win every single game. Maybe we can afford to lose one or two more, but I don't see it happening. All right, but we're just going to run with Eddie Lack. Our team is our team right now. I'm not expecting a lot out of these guys. That is a good idea to shit the bed to try and get the best pick, but at that expense, you might see the Sedin twins. I don't think Hamuse would drop up. Maybe Bieksa for sure. He's getting up there in age. So I don't want them to drop because if I could trade them for the most value possible, that would be the best, right? And if we don't get the worst, I don't think we're going to get the first overall pick anyways, the way we're playing. But, we can maybe trade one of the Sedin twins for the first overall pick if that team has salary cap space, all right? And because it's the draft, I can trade them to that team even if they don't want them, and it would be worth it to me then. So, I want to keep those guys as high up in trade value as I can. All right, but come on, guys. It would be nice if our pick would be like a top 5 pick by itself. Of course, now we start winning some games, getting overtime losses instead of regulation losses. Come on now. Don't have any more wins, all right? Yeah, if we're going to lose, I'd rather lose big. We're already out of the playoffs now. There's no way we're coming back from that. No, there's no way. We can only get, 42 wins now. There's like 10 more games. Watch us go 10-0 right now, man. Come on. I'm actually rooting against the Vancouver Canucks right now. Come on, Ottawa. Let's go. You got a decent record. Let's go. Oh, my. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's good. Never mind. All right. Yeah, so, man, this is kind of like anticlimactic right here, man. This is I haven't had a season like this in a while where it's just like, oh, we got to lose. We got to look towards the offseason, I mean, at least we made the playoffs the last 2 years here in Vancouver. This year was just atrocious. So scouting assignments, let's see here. Forwards, was it Russia that I was just checking out because they had some players? I think so, yeah. Top 10, no, they're not the greatest. All right, so, this guy, do I have him scouted at all? This Mackey guy? Yeah, I do have him scouted a little bit. Billy Mackey. Yeah, okay, we'll scout him some more. Why not? Forwards, Elite, Scandinavia, there you go. And I'll just do it for one more month, okay? There you go. And it's crazy. I actually don't have to blow my nose doing a GM mode commentary because it's actually really late. It's not early, but I have some water and I want to sip, so hang on a second. Yeah, that's much better. That is much better. There you go. Start getting those regulation losses now. 33, 37, and 8. We're up there, though. We are up there. What is it? Like 2 more wins, we'll be at, 78 points? Yeah, that's up there. Once you're over 75 points, I mean, you're probably not going to get that top 5 pick. Well, maybe you might get a top 5 pick, but definitely not the first overall pick. You got to get something down there in like 60s or something. Blah, blah, blah. Come on now. Stop winning games. 34, 37, and 8. We're going to end up around like 10th or 11th, man. The pick's not going to be the greatest. Yeah, you guys were right. But you know what? At least Henrik Sedin had that 46 assist season. Maybe we will be able to trade him for a decent amount. He won't drop because he got enough points this year. And we do have some first overall picks. We got Chicago's first overall pick. We have a second and a third from Buffalo and Washington, I believe. We have Winnipeg's first overall pick, right? So let's see where we are right now. Okay, never mind. Our 78 points, we are bet down there, but look at the East, all right? That's why. The 78 points is more than Philly, Florida, and New Jersey. So, yeah, all right. So if we lost a few more games there, it would have been nice, but, it's not the end of the world. It is right now, what is it? Yeah, it is a top 5 pick right now. So it'd be nice if we could just lose this game just to ensure it's a top 5 pick. All right, so the last game of the year, come on now, against the Colorado Avalanche. I will, you know what? Because it's one last game, and I want to ensure it's a top 5 pick, I'll just do this. All right, Didiomite. There you go, Malhotra and Jarrett Knight and Cedric Desjardins. Oh, no. I put in Cedric Desjardins. I guarantee you he gets the win. I guarantee you he gets the win, all right? Watch. For damn sure he gets the win. Let's take a look at our AHL team as well, see how they're doing. Imagine now all of a sudden the AHL team, since I made that line changes, all of a sudden they're not a playoff team. Let's see. No, they're good. They got 43, 21, and 5. Yeah, they're in the playoffs. So we're going to be able to follow our AHL team again. And look at that. Jensen's got 27 goals. Schrader's got 37 assists. So I guarantee you for next year, since we are turning into that rebuilding team now. We got young players who are ready to take over in the NHL. So that will be nice to see some fresh faces out there. All right, getting better with the younger guys like Jonathan Drouin and Pulock and Jones. The future is looking bright for Vancouver. This year was shit, but the future is looking bright with these young faces, okay? So the last game of the season, let's see what happens against the Colorado Avalanche. I want to see 39 regulation losses. Let's go. Give me that 39. Oh, we got the overtime loss. Come on, man. We actually did pretty good. Let's see. Did we go up in points? 39. Yeah, okay. We're still okay. Okay, so even if other teams have more games, that's actually better for us. We will get at least a top 6 overall pick. All right, because of the lottery if someone else comes down there. But, all right, so we can move up with that pick with the Dan Hamhuis, with the BXO, with the Sedin twin, okay? So that first overall pick that you guys so badly want for the Vancouver Canucks, it's not out of reach just yet for us, okay? So don't worry about that. So that's the end of the regular season. Yeah, let's do a whole regular season wrap up here. Let me just get us into the playoffs. All right, and we will do all this stuff. So, yeah, okay, we'll check out all the stats. Goals against average. All right, there's all the goalies. We're not up there. Vancouver's not going to be up there in any category. All right, Carey Price is looking like he is leading the league in both save percentage and goals against average. Wins goes to Cam Ward and Corey Crawford. All right, points. John Tavares, Sidney Crosby, only 88 points. Unbelievable. Goals and assists, Tavares, yeah, it's Sid the Kid, all right. He actually had a 50-goal season. Eastern Conference, the Carolina Hurricanes, 114 points. What a season. And the Western Conference, 101 points for the San Jose Sharks. Now, I think the picks that we had was my pick, so that's 79. Chicago's first overall pick, I think we got for either Scuderi or Stoll or something like that. Now, they ended up second overall, so they're a playoff team, so it could be way up there, right? But still. And also Winnipeg, right? Yeah, we're to Winnipeg. And look at that, Winnipeg ended up being a playoff team. So with Roberto Luongo in the lineup, Winnipeg actually became a playoff team. So you can make that argument. That's what we were missing this year, Roberto Luongo. He got us into the playoffs the first 2 years, not this year, and he helps out Winnipeg. So that draft pick, Joshua Ho-Sang and the pick this year ended up not being the greatest, you know what I mean? If it was a top 5 pick, it would have been good, but no, it ended up not being the greatest. All right. So we got that done. We will do individual stats now, player stats for the season. All right, we will follow the AHL team right after this. Don't you worry. But let us just see what happens here with the individual. We'll just wrap up the NHL season stats. We're not going to have any more games after this. So, when it comes to, Nathan Gerbe had a pretty good first year. Thing is, I did line changes all over the place this year, so you can't really tell. But still, Gerbe, for the amount that we're paying him, he definitely did his job. The two Sedin twins, remember, they had a good, 14 games with Jonathan Drouin. So, if you take away those 14 games, if you, give them more of a... I don't even know what I'm talking about. If you give them a better winger for those 14 games, maybe they have, 5 more points, 7 more points. So, especially Henrik Sedin. He had a pretty good season. Daniel Sedin, though, oof. Those 40-goal seasons that he had, 2 years ago? That's ways away now, man. That is just a basic season. But then again, remember those first 14 games with Jonathan Drouin definitely shook up the year this year. That was a bad coaching mistake. Ryan Kessler, 45 points, definitely not good enough, but 24 of them were goals, so that is decent. Dale Weiss he's become a better player than I was expecting. 38 points, not bad. David Booth, that has gone down a lot. I mean, I would like him to be a lot closer to 50 points, so that could be a lot better. Zach Kassian, he's turning into that career third or fourth liner that I thought he would be. Jonathan Drouin, hopefully he comes up and has a much better year next year. Defenseman, Hamhuis and Edler, those two guys are going to lead the defensive race for us. And goaltenders, there we go, fix that. All right, so Eddie Lack. Not too bad when it comes to, I think if we had a better team around him, it may have been a bit better, but, the goals against average definitely took a hit there. And, he says it says he's a starting goalie, so, and his stats are pretty decent, so I don't know if I want to blame him, but when it comes to it, he wasn't Roberto Luongo, you know what I mean? He just did not get the job done like Roberto did for us. So, I guess it's a bad year. Yeah, I guess it's a bad year for Eddie Lack. It's a bad year for everyone. It really was. It was just a weird year for the Vancouver Canucks. All right, so we're just going to try and forget about that year going forward because we have all those younger faces because this year was absolutely atrocious, all right? So we got that. Yeah, we will get the. I want to do 2 videos today, so I think I'm going to do the AHL playoffs, and we'll end it there. Then we can go into the draft and re-signing stage in the next one because there's definitely going to be some trades. Okay, definitely going to be some trades. We got to figure out what we're going to do with the Sedin twins, Hamuse, and BX for sure. BX is number 1. BX has got to go for sure. All right, you guys could maybe swindle me into thinking about keeping the Sedin twins with Jonathan Drouin. I know it didn't work out this year, but I don't doubt that if those guys were both still 90 overall, if they didn't drop, and if Jonathan Drouin gets a lot better this year, 85, 84 overall with a really good shooting category, I know that line would get some goals. It's just, man, how long do you want to wait before we trade these guys away? Eventually their trade value is going to go down. We signed them long term. I want to get rid of them before they drop down to 88, 87 overall. You won't get a lot back for that. You'd be lucky to get like a first round pick for that if you could find the right team. All right, so we got to do the right thing for our team going forward. All right, yeah, we got the scouting assignment done for the elites. Hang on a second here. Tarky, yup. Okay, so that guy in the Scandinavian League. No, Elite Scandinavia. There you go. Yeah, so he is still 4.5 stars, so that's good. We got him scouted up a little bit. All right. I don't think he is necessarily NHL ready, but mid-70s maybe. Nah, looks like a high 60s type of player. All right, not bad, though, not bad. I know Connor McDavid is probably going number 1, but at least there's somebody else there. All right, bunch of top 10s. Yeah, Connor McDavid is definitely the go-to player there. What about defensemen? Let's see. No, not really any defensemen either. How about goalies? There must be some goalies that are going in the top 5. No, they haven't figured out the top 5s yet. All right, we'll just do, let's see. Yeah, we'll go back to America for a few times. There's 3 top 10 guys in there. We'll just scout them. Because we do have that pick that our pick is. If we don't move up, we're going to have like a 6 or 7 overall pick. 5, 6, or 7. So might as well use that the best we can. So I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to change the lines at all. We're just going to see what happens with the AHL team, all right? Clint Windsor in the net. We got our young rookies going forward. Seth Jones, all right, Nicholas Jensen, Jaden Schrader, all right. I was thinking maybe I should put, no, too late now. I was thinking maybe I should put Zach Cassian down there, but whatever. I'm not going to do it now. These guys had a pretty decent record, 47, 23, and 6. Hopefully they can get it done. They're already doing pretty bad. Come on. Oh, my God. They're already losing 3-1 in this series. Let's go, boys. Wake it up here. Come on. You're going to... Oh, my God. All right, first round for the AHL team. They get kicked out 4-1. So just a horrible year here for Vancouver. Just AHL, NHL all together. Absolutely horrible, man. This was definitely a forgettable year for the city of Vancouver. All right, the year 2014 to 2015, that season, oof, just scratch it off. But you know what? This could be the defining year, the end of the Sedin kind of franchise, the end chapter. Because it takes a year like this for everyone to want to trade away these players, everyone to want to see new faces, young faces, you know what I mean? And, just 3 horrible years here in Vancouver. Ever since that Stanley Cup loss to the Boston Bruins, the Vancouver Canucks just have not been able to get back on top. Sure, they had a President's Trophy, but first round to the LA Kings, then 2 first round to the Dallas Stars, now a playoff exit. I mean, not even making the playoffs. Ugh, we got to change something about the Vancouver Canucks culture. All right, something needs to change. The fans deserve better. OHL, hang on, forwards. Yeah, let me just do forwards. I already did America. You know what? This guy is a top 5 guy, so I might as well just scout him for 1 month. Sure, why not? Doesn't look like he has too much potential, but he could be like a sniper or something with 3.5 green star potential. You never know. So let's simulate it here. Let's get all the, what's it called? Yeah, okay. You guys were saying that they're not going to offer me a renewal. I turned off GM firing. Don't you worry. All right, because if you want to go for, rebuilds, it doesn't matter. If you have 2 or 3 bad seasons, they will fire you no matter what, even if it's a rebuilding team. But, no, we're fine. Don't worry about it. All right, so year 3, it's over. We got that out of the way. All right, and Calgary defeated the Montreal Canadiens to win the Stanley Cup. Oh, my God, the Calgary Flames. Unbelievable. And the Rochester Americans. All right. So, here we are, year 3 draft coming up, okay? And now some definite big decisions need to be made. We already made some really big trades without having to give up our big assets like the Sedin twins. You know, if you would have said before the trade deadline that we were going to get Jones and Reinhart, you're thinking that you got to give up someone big for that. But we were actually able to get rid of those guys, get those guys and get rid of players that, you know, we weren't necessarily going to use unless we were a strong playoff team anyways, right? So we're in a very good spot here. We don't necessarily need to get a bunch more 4.5-star players. We need to fill up the rest around those players that we already have, right? So let me go down here to Vancouver. Let's see if anyone retired. No, we didn't lose anybody. All right, so the Sedin twins didn't have a magical retire right there, so that's good. They didn't surprise us. All right, and it doesn't look like Luongo retired for Winnipeg either. So they're not getting screwed over with that trade. All right, so we're going to end it right here. Yep, let me just get it up here, and we'll end it on the scouting report, just to see who's available, all right? So, scouting reports. All right, so it looks like this. McDavid is listed as number 1. That Ville Mackey guy is a playmaker center. They're both center playmakers, all right? Ville Mackey is Finnish, and Connor McDavid is Canadian. Then you got Ramo Tarkey is a sniper, right wing. 3.5 stars, but it could be green stars, and it's a sniper, all right? And you got 3 snipers, basically. Estaclet and Habibulin. Yeah, is that Habibulin? The B-I-B-I? Yeah, okay, yeah. Vitaly Habibulin. All right, so we got a bunch of snipers here. So, I mean, if we get that top 5 pick and we don't move up, at least we are getting a good sniper here. You know, a good depth sniper. So it's a pretty good draft this year. When it comes to goalies, let's see. Dwayne Janes. All right, there is a 4-star goalie in there, but we don't have to worry about that because we have Clint Windsor. All right, so I want to get 2 videos out today, but I know you guys won't be able to comment away, but I know you guys want me to go after Connor McDavid. So we will see what unfolds, but I do know that you guys want me to go after Connor McDavid, so I will try. All right, so I will see you guys in the next video when we go into the Year 3 draft.